Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Thursday, and I am going to keep reading The Case of the Bear Scare. So we are on chapters 5 and 6 today. Chapter 5, Pancakes. Jigsaw, take off that hat at the breakfast table, my mother ordered. This was Lightning Lou's hat, I protested. Not at the table, my mother insisted. Oldies. Crikey. They have this thing about hats and tables that I will never understand. What's the big deal? Besides, I wasn't keen as mustard to eat breakfast in the first place. Graham says I'm a fussy eater. My mom says I'm just impossible, but my dad never complains. He just says, I was the same way when I was growing up. You're not helping, my mother complained. It's the truth, my dad replied. When I was a kid, I wouldn't have eaten a blueberry pancake if you paid me. I nodded in agreement. That's what I liked about my dad. He was once a boy himself. He understands. Theodore, my mother said. She always calls me Theodore when she's unhappy. Gramps made these delicious pancakes as a special treat. You should at least try one. You might like it. But I don't like blueberry pancakes, I said. Why not? They have blueberries in them, I reasoned. Duh, my sister Hillary commented. That's why they call them blueberry pancakes, Einstein. I gave her the evil eye. Hillary smirked. Don't stare at me, zombie face. I picked these blueberries fresh last season, Graham said. She flipped another pancake. I froze them so we can enjoy blueberries all year long. They are delicious, Jigsaw. She popped one into her mouth and made a big show out of how wonderful it tasted. I wasn't buying. Take a bite, my mom insisted. I clamped my mouth shut. Or no puzzles for a week. So that's how this was going to be. Blackmail, the oldest game in the book. Just one bite, I asked. Yes, one bite, she answered. I slowly lifted the fork toward my mouth, but for some reason, my mouth wouldn't open. Eat it, Theodore, Hillary said. I'm trying, I mumbled through locked lips. I wanted to tell my mom how sometimes a mouth does whatever it wants, but I couldn't because my mouth didn't want to talk about it. Hey, Jigsaw, telephone, my oldest brother Billy called from the next room. It's a girl. A girl? I said, dropping my fork. She says it's an emergency, Billy replied. I'll take it in my office, I announced. Happily, my mouth seemed to be working again. I grabbed the portable phone and climbed into the treehouse in my backyard. Jigsaw Jones' private eye, I spoke into the phone. For $1 a day, I make problems go away. Chapter 6, Home Alone. The caller was Lucy Hiller. Jigsaw, I have a mystery for you, Lucy began. But I can't explain it on the phone. You have to come over. There's something I need to show you. I'll call Mila, I replied. We'll be there soon. You know where I live, right? Lucy asked. Sure, I've been by there before. It's the big red house on Merkle Stream Drive. You have a little patch of woods in your backyard. That's the place, Lucy answered. Hurry, okay? I'm home alone and totally creeped out. Half an hour later, Mila and I parked our bikes in front of Lucy's house. The front door opened a crack. A blue eyeball peered through the opening. Quick, come in, Lucy urged. She opened the door with a sudden whoosh. We stepped inside. Lucy leaned against the door and slammed it shut. Lucy's eyes were nothing special. She had 2 of them, one on each side of her nose, but her hair was a mess of crazy curls. She wore a huge flower print t-shirt, bright blue leggings, a pink plastic belt, and a pair of red go-go boots. Rainbows were probably jealous of Lucy's clothes closet. Lucy led us into her living room. Mila sat on the couch next to me. Lucy plopped down cross-legged on the floor. The television flickered and buzzed. Lucy reached for the clicker and hit the mute button. I flipped open my detective journal and waited. Lucy twirled a finger through her hair. She chewed her lip. Let's face it, her lips couldn't have tasted so great. But then again, some people say I'm a picky eater. You seem nervous, Mila observed. Lucy nodded. She took a deep breath, then smiled for the first time. I'm really glad you guys came. I've been home alone since it happened. Great movie, I commented. Huh? Home Alone, I said. Great movie. Mila rolled her eyes. Where's your family? She asked Lucy. Lucy shrugged. My parents had to go to a wedding. My brother Alex is supposed to be watching me, but he's playing basketball at Duffy Dyer's house. So it's just us, I said. Yeah, just us, Lucy repeated, and whoever or whatever is out there. Lucy pointed past the window into the woods behind her backyard. What are you talking about? I asked. Did you see something out there? Was it a robber? Worse, Lucy answered. An animal? Mila guessed. Like a big dog or something? Worse, Lucy repeated. What could be worse? I joked. Did you see Bigfoot tiptoe through the tulips? Lucy looked to the carpet. Her face went pale. A bear? Mila guessed. Lucy slapped a few dollars into Mila's hand. You're the detectives. What are you waiting for? Start detecting. Okay, we will see you tomorrow for chapters 7 and 8. And maybe see if you can make some predictions. What do you think Lucy saw in her backyard? See you guys later.